Hey guys, so today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, we will be showing you guys 10 sports cards under $100 that I believe are very, very good buys right now. Obviously, the market is in full swing right now. You know, obviously a lot of movement in the market, obviously with NBA games going on every single day, big performances from players around the league every single day. But before we get into that, I did want to mention, just 2 weeks ago, our membership program, we're buying up Ja Morant select PSA 10s for just under $200 in a PSA 10 and just under $70 in a PSA 9. They've currently nearly doubled since we bought them in a matter of just 3 weeks. So if you guys would like to join in on the profit and make a lot of money, because obviously there is so much going on in the market, and the market is overall going up, but if you really want to maximize how much money you can make in the market, our membership program has been really outworking the market, has been doing a lot better than the market as a whole. So if you guys would like to maximize as much money as you can make in the sports card market, click the link down below, head to sportscardsinvest.com. Use code YouTube to get you 10% off. But yeah, we basically launched our platinum membership around a month ago, and not a single pick has gone down, and a majority of picks have actually gone up in value, and some have gone up very significantly. So we've been able to catch trends before they actually come about in the market, and that's been huge for us, making a lot of money. So if you guys would like to join the 3,000 members that we currently have that are making a killing in the market right now, click the link down below, use code YouTube for 10% off. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into this video. So the first card we have that I believe is a very, very good buy for under $100 is Allen Iverson's Topps 1996 PSA 9. Now this card, I know I usually stick with modern on this channel, but you know, I do also take a good look at vintage cards, and I believe Allen Iverson is an incredible buy at just around $100 in a PSA 9. You know, obviously, firstly, I believe 1996 Topps will become a very iconic set, obviously led by Kobe Bryant's iconic rookie card, and obviously Kobe's Hall of Fame induction and documentary are both coming up, and I believe that 1996 Topps will get a lot of attention in the market. Now, obviously, Allen Iverson was one of the most influential players of all time. You know, he's a real fan favorite, and with current players such as Colin Sexton sitting at $300 plus in a Prism PSA 10, you know, I really believe that it's only a matter of time before, you know, the older players get their love, because honestly, there is absolutely no reason Colin Sexton and Allen Iverson should be anywhere in the same price range. You know, obviously, it does take the market to turn attention to them, but I believe, you know, as we saw a crave, you know, for older cards in the market back in May with the Jordan documentary, I believe, you know, the 2021 Hall of Fame class could bring back a big crave and a boom in the market for retired players. Now, there's really hardly any risk as Allen Iverson has already cemented his place in NBA history, yet there is a lot of upside, considering that Kobe's exact same card is around $5,000 in a PSA 10, and you can get these for just a small fraction of Kobe's prices, just around 10% of Kobe's prices. So I think that's a great bargain. So I really think that Allen Iverson's cards are a very good buy right now. Without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, which is Coby White's Prism Rookie PSA 9 for just $70. You know, obviously, Coby White has been scoring with ease this season, and he's been improving his game steadily ever since he was drafted. So obviously, you know, he has had some big 36-point performances this year, but with other stars, you know, such as Colin Sexton up at 300 plus, you know, I think there's a lot of room for Coby White to really go up. You know, obviously the Bulls are showing a lot of promise with, you know, Wendell Carter Jr. improving, Lauri Markkanen, obviously Zach LaVine, and the East is wide open with a lot less competition than the West. So I definitely think that the Bulls will have a good shot at making the playoffs. And considering the current prices in the market with all these young players, I think Coby White is very, very undervalued. He has incredible potential. He's putting up big scoring numbers, and his team can be in the playoffs this season. So there's not much else you really ask for. I definitely think Coby White is a very, very good buy right now. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, which is Ben Simmons Optic for just around $30 ungraded. I believe they're around $140 in a PSA 10. But, you know, obviously, Firstly, I believe that first-year Optic will continue to gain popularity as Optic continues to release more products. Obviously the Sixers have had a phenomenal start to the season with Doc Rivers as head coach. The Sixers have acquired many shooters such as Seth Curry to complement Embiid and Simmons, which has significantly helped the team thrive and space the floor so that Simmons and Embiid can both get to the basket. So I definitely believe that the Eastern Conference is up in the air, and Doc Rivers is an elite head coach, and I believe he can truly elevate the Sixers. Obviously if Simmons continues to improve his three-point shot, he can truly become a star. And many forget that he's just 24 years old. He will likely enter his prime with Embiid in 3 to 5 years. So if Doc Rivers continues to stay at head coach, I think they will have a very, very bright future. And our next pick, that leads us into our next pick, which is Joel Embiid's select rookie card. Obviously, I believe this is a great buy for very similar reasons to Ben Simmons. With shooters spacing the floor, Embiid can just dominate down low. I think obviously recently his prisms have been skyrocketing, yet his selects have yet to match the growth. So I believe this is a very good time to buy into his select rookie cards before they match the growth of his Prism rookie cards. So I definitely believe this is a very, very good buy. So this card is actually a little bit more than $100, but I had to include it in here. Tim Duncan, I definitely believe his Topps PSA 9 is incredibly undervalued right now. It's just around $120, but Tim Duncan is arguably the best power forward to ever play the game, and can be really argued as a top 10 player of all time. Tim Duncan's beloved by San Antonio as he won a total of 5 championships with them. There's absolutely no reasons why his card should be the same price as someone like Pascal Siakam. I believe that these all-time greats will soon get a significant boost in their prices to match modern-day prices of current players. Obviously, Tim Duncan will be inducted into the Hall of Fame, along with Kobe in May this year, which will certainly bring a lot of attention to his rookie cards. So if you just buy now and hold for the Hall of Fame ceremony, you will almost likely make some good money. So I definitely believe this is a very, very good buy. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, which is Devin Booker's first-year Optic Holo. So obviously, firstly, Devin Booker's base Prism PSA 10 is around $1,100. Now, this is his second-year card, and it's the first year of Optic. As I mentioned, I think first-year Optic will definitely continue to gain popularity. And obviously the Suns have been showing out this season. They had an incredible team last year. They nearly made the playoffs. And they finished 8-0 in the bubble. And then they added Chris Paul. And obviously Booker is one of the best scorers, but Chris Paul's, an all-round point guard that will take his game to the next level. So I truly believe that when Booker has his next scoring outbreak and investors run to invest in his cards, many will not be able to afford his expensive Prism rookie. And he does not have an Optic rookie. His selects are very rare. So I believe investors will start to buy his second-year cards, and none better than first-year Optic, second-year Devin Booker. So I believe this is a very, very good buy. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, which is Donovan Mitchell select rookie cards. Obviously, once again, we do have all the links to all of these listings down below. So if you would like to go ahead and buy any of these, we have the links down below to eBay to save time for you guys. But Donovan Mitchell, is in the bubble. He had some incredible performances, and if the Jazz can truly build a real team around Mitchell, they could start really winning games. Obviously, they are a top 4 seed every single year, but they haven't truly been able to get over the bump. They were nearly, they were one shot away from taking down the Denver Nuggets in the bubble, but that didn't quite work out. But, obviously Mitchell has been improving and developing very fast with Gobert and Mike Conley. And I believe in the next 2 to 3 years, they can become a real threat in the Western Conference. Obviously his Prism has actually gone up quite a lot, yet his selects are still quite cheap. So I think this is a very good time to buy into his select rookie cards. Obviously the Jazz will certainly be a top 6 seed in the West. And that will likely cause, that will likely be the reason, of Donovan Mitchell having very, very big games, having a big season. So I believe, there isn't much risk because Mitchell is a young star that has so much potential. So without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, we have PJ Washington's select rookie card. So obviously, you know, the Hornets this offseason got LaMelo Ball, Gordon Hayward, and, you know, last season as a rookie, you know, PJ Washington really showed that he had a very, very high basketball IQ. And now with the Hornets getting more attention than ever, I believe that PJ Washington will finally get a lot of attention. Now, the Hornets have a lot of good guards, such as Terry Rozier, Devontae Graham, LaMelo Ball, Gordon Hayward, but down low, PJ Washington is pretty much their main guy down low. So I believe he will be a big part of the Hornets this season, and especially because they're getting a lot more attention than ever, I believe his prices will rise quite a lot. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, which is Sekou Doumbouya. Obviously, if you look at just his stats, you're going to be like, why would you invest in this player? But, you know, I believe Sekou is incredibly undervalued. You know, Sekou just turned 20 years old. And, you know, if we look back at his regular season, he pretty much came back. He came into the league at the age 18. He has yet to get a lot of minutes, but, you know, obviously he has been improving, and if you watch the Pistons play, you can certainly see his improvement. You know, obviously it's very hard to get a lot of playing time at the age of 19, 20 years old, but, you know, the Pistons coach has said multiple times that he wants to focus on developing Sekou and turn him into the star he can become. You know, Detroit's certainly a place where they will be willing to give their young players a lot of chances to really shine because they don't have much else going for them. So you have to really stay patient with Sekou, but I believe he is a very, very good buy. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, which is Mikal Bridges. His Optic Hollow rookie. Obviously, the Suns have an incredibly bright future with Ayton, Bridges, and DeAndre Ayton. Booker, Ayton, and Bridges will definitely be a big part of the Suns' future. You know, Mikal Bridges has proven to be an electric scorer, and he's had some very, very promising games this season and in the NBA bubble. So if the Suns continue to improve, if they are a top 4 seed, top 5 seed, you know, I definitely think Mikal Bridges will be a big part of that run. So I definitely believe he will be a very, very solid player. He's a pure scorer, and he will have those big scoring nights where he drops 35 points like he did a few games ago. So I certainly believe he is a very, very good buy for around $30 for his Optic Hollow. Once again, all the links to all of these cards are in the description below. So if you guys would like to buy any of these, link is in the description below. Once again, if you would like to join the membership program, click the link down below. Use code YouTube for 10% off. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching.